Hey everyone, welcome back to Hikes You Can Do. I'm Kevin. I'm here with Garrett, our camera operator, and Nick, our producer. And today we're standing on Mount Baden-Powell, which is in the San Gabriel Mountains of Southern California. Today we're going to take a moderate hike up to the Bighorn Mine on the Bighorn Mine Trail. It's about 2 miles up, so it shouldn't really take you more than an hour. Bring plenty of water. Check it out. Hey, so the main trail is actually an old wagon trail that was used by the miners to carry rocks down from the mine. And when you get here, you'll see that it's made up of a lot of these chunky rocks, you know, this size, this size. So it's pretty flat and even, but it's always a good idea to bring a good pair of hiking boots or at least a pair of shoes with a decent tread. Let's keep going. So the man behind the mine is a guy named Charles Tom Vincent, and he came out to California in the late 1800s after his luck ran out in Arizona. And as the story goes, he liked to hunt bighorn sheep, and one day while hunting on the east slope of Mount Baden-Powell, he discovered gold. So that's where the name Bighorn Mine came from. Let's keep going. Always bring plenty of water. Trust me, it is dry out here. So at this point, we're only about an eighth of a mile up the main trail, but we're gonna leave the trail right now and go down to Tom's cabin. This is where you'll need some pretty good shoes. All right, so here we are at Tom Vincent's cabin. A few years ago, the Forest Service had it redone to pretty close to what it looked like originally back in the 1890s, you know, early 1900s. And rumor has it that Tom had a moat dug around the cabin to keep the insects out, and he also had running water, believe it or not, that was piped in from up top on the mountain. Let's go take a look inside. Well, here we are in Tom Vincent's cabin. He's got himself a fireplace, and it looks pretty cozy. All right, let's keep going. As you can see behind me, the trail's a little bit washed out, but with a little patience, you can tackle it. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's go. Whenever I hike up to the Bighorn Mine, I like to stop at the lunch area, which is about, I don't know, 100 yards from the mine. And it's actually really perfect for everybody because, you know, if you're the rustic type, you can hang out here on the ground with the pine cones and ants. Or if you don't want to do that, you could sit up here on these concrete things, which I guess the miners left us. All right, so if you take a look over here, you'll see what appear to be drill holes in the rock. And a little bit later on our hike, I'll show you something pretty cool that's related to them. Come on. Almost there. Hey, come on down. I want to show you something pretty cool. Earlier, we saw the holes that were drilled in the rock up on top of the mine. Well, this is what comes out. This is the core sample, and the miners look at these and they use these to determine where the gold is. So this is pretty cool. It's really smooth and shiny. So when you see this old stamping mill in the distance, you know you've made it to the Bighorn Mine. It's just around the corner. All right, here we are at the entrance to the Bighorn Mine. I'm going inside, but it's very understandable if you want to call this the halfway point and head back down to the parking lot. But it's important to know, if you do go into the mine, wear a headlamp similar to the one I have, because it's wet, slippery in there, and you need the use of both your hands. Okay, I'm going in. Hey, so here we are in the cave. And as you can see, it's pretty wet and pretty slippery, and obviously it's dark if you don't bring a good light. But surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly to experts, it's really cool in here. Maybe, I don't know, 60, 65 degrees, but it's very comfortable compared to outside. All right, I'm going to head deeper in and see what I can find. Well, got a cave in on the left and a little bit of a path on the right. I'm going. Now that was a cool hike through the mine. What is also cool is this stamping mill behind me. That's the same structure that we saw on the way to the mine. And I guess a long time ago they used it to pulverize the ore that came out of the mine. They would load up their wagons and they'd take it down the main trail. Pretty cool.